What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? Hopefully, you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful morning, evening, night, for whatever time y'all watching it. Happy Easter. Thank the Lord, man. I feel great, man. So, as you guys, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I am a little bit more calm, more at peace. And I feel great, man. Hopefully, y'all are feeling as great as me and more blessed as me as well. As always, today it is our 5th live Sunday recap, testing the water, see how everything flows. So far I like it, because sometimes adding new videos could take so much work, which I do like it, but how I have my schedule set up, I think right now the lives just fit better. It is what it is. I do have a video uploaded already. I went over what makes a setup high resistant versus low resistance. So make sure y'all check that out. Yeah, let's get into the video. As you guys see, we already have everything set up, right? We have NQ on our left and ES on our right. Might be a little noisy in the back, the dogs are barking and everything, but it is what it is. We're gonna go ahead and work with what we have. All right, no excuses. Right, so let's get into it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start from the weekly. You guys can see I still have my weekly inverted FUG still marked up on both of them, because again, if we do zoom out overall, I do see that based off these legs right here, we have a breaker right here, which we went over a couple of weeks ago, right? So we do have some areas in here that if price do extend going higher, then we will be looking into it to see if she does, right? Same thing for ES, right? We have a nice breaker in here, right? We have a high, low, high, high, breakthrough. And again, we have these areas, which we already did, but we still have some areas in here that could be balanced out in price. For ES, we have a weekly CIVI in here, which if we do come back into it, we could go ahead and reject off that, right? We could either go lower or higher. I would like to see a nice rejection lower. For NQ, we do have a volume imbalance in here that could go ahead and be custom to be in sync with ES. All right, so on our daily chart, all right, so basically mentioned how we had 2 point of interest, which got delivered, right? We had our first one here, and then we have our second one in here. Same thing for ES. Same right here, we got the first one and the second one, which got delivered. Now I do have the high and the low basically marked up for this daily inverted. Why? Because it's still valid. It's because we are still respecting it all through last week to today opening candle. Same thing for NQ, everything being respected. Notice that we are trading below the daily inverted FUG, so it's still valid. Why? Because it's a whole daily candle, and as long as this is open, and even if we trade below, this is still valid. Again, excuse the noise in the back. I know y'all can hear the dog and everything, but don't worry about it. All right, so we do have, like I said, like I mentioned here, we have this candle that is trading below. As long as that still open, this is still valid as a daily inverted FUG. Right, everything it is filled. So as we go down, you're gonna see that we are currently in a high resistant dealing range, which I do want to see price move away. And tomorrow we have no news, so I'm gonna be relying more on the new week opening gap, which happens between Friday's close and Sunday open. So knowing that we don't have news, no high impact news such as orange and red folder, I'll be looking to see if we get into any setup that that could be a target that we could come back and run into, depending on you know, also what we have at 9:30, because I used the 9:30 opening range. I mean 9:30, yes, 9:30 opening range got to basically tell me if we're on premium, discount, and from there I'll go ahead and decide what type of, you know, if I'm looking for longs or short. All right, so you guys see we have everything marked up, right? Daily, we got a volume imbalance. If price do willing to come back up, I need her to get out of this current range. So, you know, fighting through it is gonna be a commotion, right? But if you guys notice, what do we see, right? We have a daily in here. So if price is willing to come back, which I'm gonna go ahead and dive in lower as we go down into the lower time frame, that we do have some nice low resistance lower on the hourly and 15-minute as well. If price do willingly you know, go lower, you know, taking out these lows Friday the 11th and the low of Wednesday the 16th on the hourly, it will be relative equal lows. So she does dips into there and dives into a 1 hour inverted FEG. Again, I'm gonna go and show you guys everything. Then we will go ahead and reject and come into this daily in here, which could be a great source of target for moving in for tomorrow. If she doesn't, then, you know, let's see what Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, Friday, you know, what we get, right? Because lately market conditions aren't the best, so we cannot be greedy. So it's better to just, you know, get what, you know, we are aiming for and just get the F out, right? So same thing here for ES. We have a daily SIBI volume imbalance above inside a daily inverted FEG. So again, if we do come back up into here and rally into this area, it could be a great source of, you know, area to reach into, right? So let's go ahead and dive into the hourly. All right, just because I just draw it out so there won't be no confusion, but I am gonna be removing it. I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave this here. I'm gonna mark it all up, okay? Kind of below. Oops. Whoopsie, 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 whoopsie. Bear with me 1 second, y'all. Above. And let's go ahead and put this current below, current only here and here. Now we can go into the hourly. All right. Actually, I want to mark this up. What is the open? Is it the open? Yes. The close actually is it 25, 25, and then the high 73 3/4. I'm gonna take this off and mark this, you know, daily SIBI plus volume imbalance. Put this yellow current below. If it's too much, then I'll take it off, but it's okay. It's what it is. We had an opening, which is, I believe, 9 3/4. And the high, 52, flat out. And the same thing. And you're gonna go ahead and currently down below. I'm gonna color this yellow. All right. So let's go ahead and okay, boom. All right. So this is what I was basically mentioning, right? So seeing that we have a nice area in here, right, that could still be we could still reach into it, right, which could be a nice low resistance, which what I meant by low resistance. We still have some room down here below that could be filled in, all right, even though we have a wick down here, I focus more on the body of the candle because the body tells a story and the wick are just noise. So knowing so that this 1 hour inverted FG got created by this brolic bullish candle here, I know that once price come back into that, we're gonna have some sort of rejection. So seeing that we have, right, some lows down here, right, sell side down here, and we have the new week opening gap, which is this candle here and this candle here. Right now it showed as Thursday, but it's usually Friday. Well, Friday we didn't have no trading, excuse me, because it was I'm bugging. It was Good Friday. I'm a brain fart. So using Thursday's candle and Sunday candle, right? So basically what I have, what I'm looking for, right? Again, I like to have two scenarios lay out, is that if we do, continue going down lower Sunday, I don't really expect to have really much. So maybe a rangy day, maybe, or who knows, maybe overnight we might go ahead and take out the sell side because it's the closest liquidity. And if price do continue to go lower, then we could go ahead and reach for these inefficiency in here. All right, same thing for NQ. We have these 1 hour in here, which again, we have some nice relative equal lows. We can go ahead and seek after and even dip into this inefficiency and target the low of this current leg that we in, which is the high from here to the low here. So this is what I mean. Right now we in a high resistant leg, which I do want to get out of. Now, knowing that we don't have news tomorrow, and right now currently we are fidgeting around, if not so entering the new week opening gap, which is this candle here, bullish candle, and this bearish candle in here. We could even dip into here and maybe move away into sell side, right? Going on to the 15-minute is what I see, right? I did had this already marked up prior to market open, because I was going over before I went live. But you guys could see that I mentioned as well that I like to see candles like this cross through inefficiency, because I know that when we have candles like this, full body candle extended like this, I know that smart money was behind it. So I know that when price come back in, we're gonna have some sort of aggressive reaction, right? Just like we did here. Same thing for ES. You guys can see that, right? So again, the difference between here and here is that we did hit both of these inefficiency here for ES, but only the top one for NQ. But if we dive into the 5-minute, I basically have in my head that if we do continue to go lower and even close on the 15-minute below these area, which could be turning this into invalid, I'll look into this 5-minute to see if it gets filled, and then have a retracement back into it, and then seek for a setup to target these setups into this inefficiency down here, which is our 1 hour inverted FEG. Te hago ahora, espérate. Sí, yo ahora. All right, so same thing here for NQ. We have this 5-minute in here that if she does get traded to and through, then we can go ahead and see her trading to the sell side, to possibly even extending down here to the sell side, to these inefficiency down here. All right, so those are the areas that I'll be looking at. But if she does, let's say happen to go higher, then I'll see her maybe coming up into this inefficiency. And here we have a whole 15-minute. We dive in, we're gonna have at the upper quadrant, we're gonna have a 1-minute SIBI that we go ahead and dive into. We did jab. Did we jab into it? Yeah, no, we didn't. We missed it. But we go ahead and jab into these area in here, maybe get some sort of reaction. But I know if she is gonna go higher, it's not gonna be the best in terms of extension, because it's gonna be a lot of barriers you're gonna have to break through, right? You guys can see everything is balanced out. Even on the 1 hour, you can see it. It's mostly choppy work, right? But if she does, we're gonna go ahead and run into these daily. And if she runs these daily, I'll look into this new day opening gap, which happens 4 p.m. right, and which is the say the end of, you know, like the like a brace session, and then it opens back up at 6, right, which is this candle here. So 6 and 4. So we could go ahead and dive into the upper quadrant of this gap in here that we have only wicked into. Again, it's just the wick only tells the, it's just noise. Body of the candle tells the story. So if she does, then that's what I'll be looking into, right? So if she dives into, let's say we got to more into sell side, then 1 second, I gotta let the cat out. All right, let's go. Come on. Where you want to go? Let's go. All right, I have to let him out. Anyways, if we do gap into discount tomorrow, you know, take out the sell side and then fell short from either taking out these lows here of this current leg, and then come up into the new week opening gap to even extend higher, then I'll be looking to dive into this daily SIBI / volume imbalance that we have as well here, as outlined as a new day open gap. Same thing, right, for ES, right? So you could dive into sell side to then, after, you know, gapping into discount. Let's say if she opening discount 9:30 tomorrow, we could use the 9:30 opening, right, to fill in that gap out into the new week opening gap to even extend, right, to build that momentum going up higher, to even extend and get into this this daily SIBI and volume imbalance, and which is annotated as a new day opening gap. All right, premium, like I said, it'll be the opposite, right? Premium, I'll be looking to see price run into the inside of the 9:30 opening range gap to even target the sell side down here, to even extend down here below, which would be a low resistant. Going up higher, I already know it's going to be high resistant. And again, if you guys don't know the difference, I did make a video in terms of that, where I did explain, you know, different setups in terms of how do I annotate, not annotate, but, you know, tell when is a high resistance setup versus a low resistance setup. I will post up the link towards my mentor, which is ICT. What, you know, if I can find it. If not, I have another video which help me align in terms of figuring out where price is, you know, willing to go in terms of seeing, you know, where price is balanced and where it's not balanced. So I have either one or both link in the description. I'll make sure I have that down. But as what I'm seeking for the whole for the, you know, Monday going into the, you know, week, that is basically it. Again, it's always good to have two, you know, area of target, sell side, or, you know, going up, I'll say like this, bullish or bearish, right? Because again, it's simple. It's very important, right? You know, you cannot just have one side of the market, because you definitely will get blinded, right? You will literally just die hard, you know, selling, instead of having two scenarios where you could have said, oh, I was going into, you know, selling, but this appears, so I'm gonna go ahead and look for longs, vice versa, right? Simple. So like I said, it's pretty much it. I don't really have nothing else to say. I use the weekly, the daily, the hourly, the 15 and the 5 to basically have two scenarios, right? Playing James, and also using the 9:30 opening range gap that I'm gonna be looking for into Monday. Hopefully we have a nice, gap that that take place, because tomorrow there's no high impact news, so I'm gonna be relying on the 9:30 and relying on the new week opening gap that we are basically shown here. All right, that one more time, show it. All right, there's a candle here on Thursday close, and Friday, and Sunday, I'm sorry, same thing here for NQ and here. All right, so everything that I have marked up, I have the same mark on NQ, right? NQES both aligned, right? So that's pretty much it for me today. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. As always, 5 P's: proper preparation, prevent poor performance. Like my mama always say, be the first one in the room and the last one to leave. Apply that to anything that y'all guys do in life. Stop worrying about the next man or next person, what they doing. That's just gonna stop you away from focusing on your goals and your dreams, right? Just focus on yours, stay on your lane, and just wait in your season, because the season is around the corner, and who knows, maybe your life could change tomorrow, maybe the next day or the day after that. Just be patient, and yeah, I'm gonna highlight y'all. Y'all stay safe. I appreciate y'all present, appreciate y'all overall. Peace.